Hey everyone, welcome to the MP604 Family Systems and Family Therapy course. I'm Henry Carlson, and I'm here with the wonderful Fiona Sandoval. Today we're talking about family systems, where it all begins, right?
Oh, totally, Henry. I can honestly say, ever since I was a kid, I was fascinated by how my uncle could turn a Thanksgiving dinner into what felt like group therapy, just by, oversharing about his new fish tank. It always got me thinking, why does every family seem to have its own roles and patterns,
Absolutely, that's classic systems thinking right there. So let's start with the basics from the course readings, Nichols and Davis 2017. Family systems theory sees the family as one big, interconnected web. If one person's struggling, say with an emotional or psychiatric issue, well, you can bet it's going to echo through the whole system. Kind of like your uncle's fish tank drama, Fiona. Everyone feels the ripple.
Exactly. And it's so wild because, I used to think, oh, so-and-so is just the funny one or dad's the fixer. But with family systems theory, you realize those roles aren't random. It's all adaptive, right? Like, the family creates patterns, sometimes healthy, sometimes not so much, to keep things running. Or, in the case of my family, to keep Aunt Renee from attempting interpretive dance after dessert.
Ha! Oh, I love that. Typically, the whole family system responds, sometimes in ways that make things better, sometimes not so much.
Like the classic identified patient thing, right? One person gets labeled as the problem, but the root's in the dynamics between everyone. It's honestly what got me into sound engineering in the first place. Everything's connected, like that one cable buzzing on a big stage and suddenly the whole set is off. Family's no different.
That's a great point. It's about patterns, not just parts. Plus, this field's always evolving. The readings highlight a shift toward understanding, not just fixing individuals, but tuning the system itself. That's a tough mindset shift, sometimes even a little threatening for folks who'd rather say the problem's just Billy.
And that's totally normal. Our systems want stability, even if it means repeating some pretty quirky behaviors. My mom, for example, she'd make 10 kinds of pie just so no one argued about which flavor was the favorite. Classic family adaptation. It's not always as simple as dessert, but you get where I'm going with that analogy, right?
Yeah, and now I want pie. But let's shift gears a little, because families aren't just insular bubbles. Culture and spirituality shape everything about how families relate, adjust, and even show love.
So for real, one thing I didn't get until grad school was just how much race, culture, and spirituality determine what family means. Walsh's work from 2010, she dives deep into spiritual diversity, showing that it isn't one size fits all. Like for some families, spirituality is this grounding force. For others, it's not talked about at all, or maybe it causes friction instead of peace.
That's really true. And I've got to mention Chambers' 2019. There's this great study focusing specifically on African American couples and how integrative systemic therapy addresses not just problems in the relationship, but also, how to put it, the broader societal context those families live in. It takes into account historical trauma, community strengths, and external pressures that a lot of standardized models can miss.
Yeah, it's about seeing the whole picture, right? And it gets trickier when you look at cultural orientation gaps in families, like parents from one country and kids growing up Americanized, or totally different value sets clashing. That's where Henry, C., Gales, and Martinez 2019 come in. They talk about how those gaps aren't just background noise. They can trigger big miscommunications or even full-blown family crises if they're not addressed.
Well said. And with that, I think we've covered a lot of ground for today. Systems, culture, spirituality. We're just scratching the surface, though. More models and stories to explore in future weeks. Fiona, always a pleasure to toss ideas back and forth.
Bye.